Hello, welcome to Scary Story Friday, True Scary Story Friday. And today I'm going to do a story about when we went to see the Titanic exhibit. And this was about 6 years ago, and they had real artifacts from the Titanic. It was beautiful. And so we went. It was during, I think, the last stages of summer. So it was real nice weather. Wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. They were having it at the Natural Exhibit Museum. So we went, we paid, and we went in. And oh my God, they had life jackets. They had the life rings. They even had a chair from there, like like a lounging chair. They had all kinds of coins. They had dishes, everything that was real from the Titanic. And when you were in there, you felt like really sad and overwhelmed, and it was just like a lot of emotions mixed. And when I would look at the display cases, and the same fact was with my husband and my son, it was like really a lot of emotion. I don't know, it was just really emotional. And they even had a display where they had an iceberg, and it was really cold in there. And I don't know, I just felt like a connection with these people, and I felt like I was being watched. And I felt like I was being like followed, and I would look over my shoulder, and my husband was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I go, "I don't know. I just feel, I don't know, maybe it's the exhibit. I just feel like I'm being watched and stuff." And he was like, "Oh, maybe, it's like just emotional for you, or, I don't know. I had a real strange feeling." So we went through the exhibit and everything, and then they gave us, tickets, and it had a name of an actual passenger on the ticket. And I was first class. I was some kind of royalty. I can't remember. I still have the ticket. Some kind of royalty involved in mine. My son was also first class, and my husband was steerage. He was the low class, or whatever they called it back then. I don't know. Poor, I guess. So we were all laughing, and my son and I, we survived, and the people in real life survived the Titanic sinking, and my husband died in the tickets that we got. Because you look them up at the end of the tour, you look up the name and see if you survived. It's like a big billboard with all the names of the people who passed away on that fateful voyage, and then the people who also survived. So after we left the exhibit, they had a big gift shop, and my husband bought me the Heart of the Ocean necklace, and he bought me the earrings, and then we bought a few souvenirs. Excuse me. And we left, and we talked about it. It was really fun and everything, and then we went to lunch, and we were still talking about it and everything, and then since it was such a nice day, I told my husband, let's go for a long drive, and relax, and it's been a really nice day. So we went for a drive and went over the river and stuff, and went all around town and just looking around and stuff. And it was really a nice day. So when we were coming through the underpass over like a bridge kind of thing, you go up really high on this. After you go under the underpass, you go really high up on the road, and on the side of the road, it's like a bunch of farming homes and crops and sparse housing, and then there's a river that runs right by that side on the left-hand side when you're driving north. So when we were driving, I look over and I see like a bunch of purple material, like flowing, a bunch of material. So I look over like that, and it was a lady coming in an old-fashioned dress. I remember, really beautiful, intricate design. And it was a lavender purple, really beautiful. And she had a parasol, and it was really pretty parasol. It wasn't lacy, but it was like silky. And she was just like oh my God, such a beautiful image. And I told my husband, why would a woman dressed like that be walking on this dirt path, above where the highway was? And my son saw it as well. And then when my husband looked, she was no longer there. And I looked back and I go, well, let's turn around. I need to turn around and see if she was there. So we turned around and went back, and we looked and looked and looked, and she was not there, but she was so beautiful. She had the palest skin I couldn't remember. And then her hair was jet black, and she had it parted in the middle, and you could see she had a big, huge bun in the back of her head, and her hair was so like shiny, like oil, like she had oil in her hair. It was really beautiful. And I remember her just looking at me and giving me a little tiny smile, and then she was gone. And I was like, what did I just see? Am I losing my mind? And my son told me I saw her too. And I was like, wow, we just started talking about it. And I was like, well, maybe that's who was following me during the exhibit, who I felt like somebody that was watching me or following me. And I think maybe that's who it was. And I said a prayer, a silent prayer in my head, and I gave the sign of the cross, and I said, if you were from the Titanic, I wish you peace. I'm so sorry what happened to you, and you need to go to a better place, you need to have peace in your life, of your afterlife, after you're not here on earth. I was shocked. I was speechless. So we went home that night, and I put all my souvenirs away, and I bought this cute little tea set. It's the cup with the saucer, and it had the dates and all that, and it has the picture of the Titanic on it, and I put it up on my china cabinet. And this was way back before I started collecting dolls, and now my china cabinet holds my dolls on it. But anyway, so that night I went to bed, and I was hearing like rattling, like when you drink a cup of tea and you put it on the saucer, how that sounds. It sounded like that, and I was like, that's weird, I never heard that sound before. So I got up, and everybody was asleep. The house was deathly quiet, and I got up, and I heard the rattling again, and I was like, that's so weird, I don't know what that is. I went into the kitchen, checked it, nothing, checked the doors, checked the windows, everything was locked, and I was like, I don't know, maybe I was nervous, dreaming, I don't know what. And so I was coming back into the living room, and I heard the clattering, and I saw the teacup with the saucer, and it was kind of moving, and I was like, whoa, that is so weird, and I was like, weird. So I was shocked again. I don't know, it was just a very strange day. And so I opened up my china cabinet and picked it up and looked at it and everything, and no, it was okay, it wasn't chipped or anything, so I put it back down, and I said, I know I have these special abilities. I can talk to dead people and stuff, but you cannot follow me home. You cannot live here. This is our house. I have a child, and if he sees you, he will be scared. So you need to move on and go to the light or to a better place. You cannot stay here with me. I told the spirit out loud. And I turned off the lights, closed the cabinet door, and I heard one more clanking of that saucer, and I went to bed. And after that, everything calmed down. It didn't happen anymore, and that's the end of my story, guys. So I hope you liked it, and I will talk to you later. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And see you next time. And remember, sleep with the lights on, 'cause you never know who or what followed you home. Good night. Hello, welcome to Scary Story Friday, True Scary Story Friday. And today I'm going to do a story about when we went to see the